last night I was on LinkedIn, and I noticed that there was all the Icon agent announcements. Well, I was on there. So my name got mentioned in the news. It's a kind of, and I only say that not to brag, just to kind of show you what I'm going to go into,
but
that it does work. You know what I mean? And thank you, Mario. I appreciate that. And so there's 3 people that I've dealt with in my life that have really kind of given me the ideas that I really still use for my foundation of my business. One was Ross Dupree. He was a Canadian that lived in Victoria Islands. He introduced me to private lending. I borrowed almost $4.5 million from him, but he showed me how I could make my business unique. He didn't actually show me, but he did. He didn't know he did, but he did. And he just really directed me into the world that I am today. Another one was Angelo Russo. Angelo, he's very successful. He's very connected.
Wow, Angelo.
And I look for people who really are successful. You really need to follow those people and look at what they're doing, who's making the money. Mario's another one. Mario, me and Mario talk a lot, and he should be very proud of what he does. So those 2 back there are very successful, and they do very well in their business. Not only just business, but money-wise too. That's important. People say, well, money's not the only drive. It shouldn't be, but if you do it the right way, you will make a lot of money. So, but what I wanted to talk about today was niches. When you're thinking about your business, really my business, okay, I'm regular real estate. I do regular stuff. I hope Lauren doesn't mind, but I'm taking her out. She got her a house. Give her a hand. So,
we're getting the inspection this morning. So we gotta see how that goes.
I was actually just going to ask you that.
Where are you at?
North Homestead, but she's right behind her house is Westlake.
I'll have a party.
So,
big one.
but the thing about what I noticed, being in a niche and stuff, doing regular real estate, when I was taking Lauren, when I was taking Lauren out, we looked at, I don't know, probably 30 houses, something like that.
At least.
So, but as I was going through every house, she kept, carving off. I kind of started knowing what she was like. So we looked at this one house, and she wasn't real, but we were going to go out to look at other houses. So I said, well, let's go look at that one again, because I knew that fit all her buckets. And after we went back, she likes it, and so congratulations. But so I want to say I'm regular real estate. I do the listings. So when you're doing your business, you want to do the regular business, but you want to carve yourself out a niche. So one of my niches are, I have a lot of niches, but one of my niches is, as Angela knows, and so does Mario, is that I do a lot of investment real estate. What do I do there? Well, I not only find the homes, I have a system that writes a ton of offers a day. I mean, I have an assistant in the Philippines that writes probably 20 offers a day that are sent into that. In fact, yesterday I got 4 houses for my clients. That's a lot of houses. And then I have a unique way to find them. So not only do I look on the MLS and I look at wholesalers and all that, I also look at MLSs. So like, for example, let's take yours for example, Lauren's house. It shows a 3-bedroom, 1 bath. It's a Howard Hanna agent. They're a little bit, So down there was another bathroom that she didn't mention in the thing because it's not what she considers a bathroom, but it is a bathroom. It has plumbing.
It lacks walls.
Yeah.
Easy.
But it has all the plumbing and all the
Michigan bathroom.
Everything's
It's
there.
not a bucket, right?
Does it really lack walls?
So
Does it flush?
Well, it's in a utility room basically. So
It flushes.
Angelo
No, it's just a
or
commode.
Mario will tell you that second bathroom is a big deal in a house, correct?
It adds value. Normally it has walls, but
Only
to each their own.
Well, that was in a utility room. So the whole thing about it is that when you're looking at a piece of real estate to sell,
It goes like this.
You want to make sure that you give all the benefit to the house that you can, because that's going to attract. She would have sold that house a long time ago, which I'm glad she didn't. If she would have probably put that second bathroom in there. So that's unique ways I find stuff. So or if the taxes are high. So a lot of realtors will go in and they'll look at it and say it's $2,000, $2,500, $2,400, then there's a $4,600 one. It's probably utility bills, it's probably water bills, there's probably different stuff in there, but you can go on a site and look to verify it. I do that. So a lot of these high tax parts that people are trying to sell, they're going, I'm not going to pay $4,600 a year for that house. So that's another unique way that I find things. When I go look at a property, I have to look at all 4 of those properties we put in escrow today, and
Shield them, they were at
go
9.
take pictures
They dropped it to 7.
and put all the numbers together. So I've got to tell them how much it's going to cost for rehab. I got to tell them how much it's going to cost, you know, how much they're going to get for rent, and what the approximate value is from that. Now, I'm not usually, except one time out of the hundreds of homes I've done, I'm not usually off more than $50. So that has to be done. It has to be right on for the investor. So that's another niche. So, you know, when you're a real estate agent, where do you get those rental rates? Does anybody know where you can get good rental rates at, really? Zillow, is that the only thing they're really good at, is that they're good at rental rates, Zillow. Airbnb, if you want to Airbnb it, they also have a site that you can put your address in, and they'll give you the approximate amount that you'll be making a month on your house. I don't know if you know that. No, but these are niches.
Does that, just to ask you that, are you talking directly on Airbnb?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then when you do have a unique business, well, your guys, you think about this for your businesses, it attracts people, it attracts clients. Today, you know, we have an inspection this morning. I have a meeting with another client after that, and then I've got 3 listings, and I've got to go look at 4 properties, and I have another house I just got texted to me this morning that needs rescued. You know, it was a house in Parma. Parma's a great place to live, you know. So they sold him a house for $50,000 or so. It was Rob. Angelo was Rob.
Oh.
But he was forward about it. You know, it wasn't anything he did. But as I went over there, what's the problem with the house? It has no driveway. Doesn't have any parking. It has no garage. It's just this one little lot with a house on it. How it got stuck on there, I have no idea. But it's got value. And he needs help with that, on how to get that either sold or rented. So I'm going to go out there today or tomorrow and get that straightened up for him. The different stuff that I do too is, you know, Angela knows this, is property management. Property management is crucial. It's not but when you're in niche stuff, it's not always fun. It's not always the most sexy thing. You're not going to have the, you know, you see the rich dad, poor dad, or whoever's running around in these big limos and stuff. It's down and getting the dirty work done. So, you know, for example, we've created, with my systems, I've created over $770,000 a year in income for rent. So, but you got to make sure that rent comes in. You got to make sure that it's property managed. You got to make sure that. So we do about 50 properties. We've had one eviction this year. That's it. So doing the background checks, and My Smart Home is a good one. Or My Smart Move, excuse me, is a good one. And there's stuff that you have to do, but you want to make sure that client. So, like, why do I keep it all in the house? Because if I give it to a third party, it never works. Never works. Ever works. I'm dealing with 5-6 houses with another property management that I did, and they're going to give them to me, thank God. But I can say that with my niche business, I can say, hey, you know what? If you don't like it, I have it here, and I told the guys that you're not going to have those issues anymore. You're going to have, we're going to take care of it. So again, having all those services under one tent draws them in. So what do I get? What would I get from having a property management? I'm going to get listings, because when they want to sell the houses, who are they going to sell it with? I have 4 right now for my property management. So, and I'm going to get new clients, and I'm going to be able to keep that client happy. So who are they going to buy with? They're going to buy with me, because I won't manage anybody else's. So unless I buy them. So that's just a good way to attract. Again, you're attracting clients when you're thinking of your business, whether you're an attorney or if you're what are you again, Chris? Business consultant, or CPA, or bank, or a video, or a state attorney, or that's something that I do like about Patrick. He does actually have a niche, I think, the way he talks about it. Pulling in the different rules that he talks about. So so that's important. And then I've been in the business for 2 years in Ohio as a realtor, and I've done almost 18 million in sales. Not bad. Most realtors do about $1 million, $2 million a year. That's it. So my volume last year was 10 million, and 8 million it'll be 10 million this year. So when you're looking at that, you have to say, I don't say that to brag. I'm just saying that the niche works. So if your business is like suffering a little bit or whatever, look at what you can do in a niche that people need. Just throw stuff out there and see if they need it. Marketing the properties is another big thing that I tell my people, because there's a lot of other people out there that don't have a real estate license that do property management and all this stuff. But having a license, I can put on the MLS, which gets us to hundreds of websites. I have a CRM system software that I advertise in daily.
You get that CRM from where you're.
Yeah, it costs me $30,000 to get the marketing tools I get from EXP a year. Mario can probably say that with his company too. He has a lot of stuff that they give him. So marketing is huge, and then I also, what do I do to attract those listings in my property management? I got a flat fee listing service, full service. I have 2 closings this week from that, from investors who wanted to sell their house. So that gets, again, they don't have to go anywhere else. They just call me. I take care of all the residential real estate needs. But having those niches and helping them save money, helping them to do things is crucial to attracting them. And you know, that service has to work. So whatever service you do has to sell. Because if I don't sell those houses on flat fee listing, what's it worth? It's not worth anything. So that's something you want to think about. Contractors, man, Angelo can tell you this, they're not fun. Contractors are not fun.
I fired 3 this year already.
Yeah.
In my own house.
So the good news is I've had mine for 9 years. So I have those crews. Why do I have those crews? Because I want to control I want to control the whole aspect. So if I need something done, I get it done. I saved one of my clients $6,000 on waterproofing over in Lyndhurst. So you know, are they going to be my clients? They should be. But I have licensed electricians, I have licensed HVAC, I have licensed plumbers. Everybody's licensed that needs to be licensed. But I don't know if you know about Ohio, but the contracting part, anybody can basically pull those permits. Pics and videos. I set up, for my clients, my investors, I set up their YouTube channels. They're international, you know, or some of them in California. Why do I do that? It's communication. I can give them a free video every week on the updates on their houses or anything relevant that they have. I send them a new video every week through my WhatsApp. WhatsApp's a great app, by the way. Raise your hand if you have WhatsApp. It's an excellent app. I mean, Facebook owns that. I don't know if you knew that. Mm-hmm. But it's a very good app. It puts a lot of data in there, and you can put videos in there, files. There's a lot of stuff you can do. It's amazing, amazing. So, but in that website, and then I do before and after pictures. Why do I do that? I had a guy's house burnt down. And he called me up. He says, "Man, I have to prove my remodeling. I have to prove it." What did I do? I sent him the pictures, the before and after. Boom, he got his money. Another one coming on the inspection report. There was a big patch in Parma over there, and there was a big patch on the roof. So of course the particular client was concerned about it. There was obviously low communication between them and that guy. But I sent him a picture of his new roof that the seller paid for to put it on after we bought the house. So all that was taken care of, and it just was immediately. He called me. He says, "Man, that is professional." You know, so when you're unique and all that, keep records, promote. It's videos and stuff. It lasts forever. You put in a Facebook video. How long does a Facebook video last? A couple days, maybe. I don't even know.
Yeah, on people's walls, a couple days maybe. So unless you pay for it to stay up.
So what do? I download videos on my YouTube page. They're there forever. Then you can boost them. You can do whatever you want with them. Basically, I'm a one-stop shop, but I'm a unique realtor in the aspect that I have all the services. I deal with stuff most people don't want to. For example, I rent a lot of homes. Most realtors don't do that. It's a pain in the butt, they say. But if you get the listing and you know how to market, you're probably going to get the tenant for that particular house. I get 99% of the time I get the tenant. I get first month's rent. That's a big chunk of change. That's $65,000 this year. So when you're looking at this stuff, get a unique thing. Don't shove it off and say I'm not going to make that much, because it could lead to other business. You know what I'm saying? So now when somebody wants something, they know that I can buy the house, I can rehab the house, I can rent the house, I can manage the house, Oh, yeah, and if they wanna sell it, I can give them a discount for that. That's 5 things that I can do for that client. And they know it, because I let them know it with my newsletter that I send out every week. So, be consistent, and anybody have any questions on that?
How do you have the time for all that?
My first 4 hours in the morning, I get up at 6, first 4 hours is all marketing. All marketing, but you know, the key is to make sure that you set the, and Angela will know, because they're always trying to get your money down, right? They're always trying to get you down on the money. Don't ever do that. You got a niche, like, you know, I had a big client a couple days ago that wanted me to discount my rental rates. I said, it's not worth it. Go get somebody else. He's not getting anybody else. So, you know, if you have a good system and stuff, make sure your rates are good. But first thing in the morning, market. I mean, that should be your first thing you think about in the morning, because if you don't market, nobody's gonna know about it. Good question. Yeah.
When you say you're renting homes, you're renting these for other people, you're finding the renter is what you mean, and you get the first month, that's your
Yes,
fee?
yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, and I also bumped into, and Angela knows about this stuff, is wholesaling. I bought 5 houses the last 2 months, and I sold, made quite a bit of money. So I never really thought about that here until I, you know, started doing it.